Big-time golf lands in India. We'll have the inside story on the most important tournament ever held in the country. They surprised everyone at the last Olympics. Now, can Argentina's NBA stars hold on to their basketball title in Beijing? And we look at the growth of rugby in an unlikely corner of West Africa. Welcome to Sportsworld, Al Jazeera's regular look at sport around the globe. I'm Andy Richardson. Now, Sunday saw the conclusion of the most important golf tournament ever held in India. The Johhnie Walker Classic was eventually won by New Zealand's Mark Brown. He held off many of the world's best players who'd been attracted to the New Delhi course by a $2.5 million prize fund. India is also producing its own world-class players these days, and this event further underlined the development of golf in the country. Joanna Gasiorowska reports.
This is India Gate, one of the main attractions in the heart of the country's capital, Delhi. Stand here long enough and you're bound to see someone from every walk of life go by. But amongst the snap-happy tourists and the hawkers on this cool February morning, there are some more familiar faces, at least to golf fans, as the historic landmark provides the backdrop for the launch for this year's Johhnie Walker Classic.
I think a big tournament like this coming to India is a big boost for Indian golf, and you're going to see a lot more tournaments coming into the country.
There's so many new Indian golfers coming up now, and I think this tournament coming over here is just going to be good for golf development in India itself.
It's the first time such an important golf tournament has been held in India. The $2.5 million prize fund has helped to draw in top players, including Vijay Singh. Many of the international stars came straight from the United States after playing in the Match Play Championship in Arizona.
Yeah, it's his first time. I got off the plane at 5 o'clock this morning. It's now 10:30. I've unpacked my suitcase, got out some outfits, and yeah, here we are at the gate of India. So, first impressions are good, and I'm looking forward to playing the golf course this week.
Poulter's outfits providing an extra helping of glitz. The Englishman helping to promote the tournament and its sponsor by wearing a different diamante-studded ensemble in each round. And judging by the enthusiasm of the local paparazzi and reporters, it worked. But while anywhere else these players would be mobbed by autograph hunters, just meters away the locals are far too busy to notice all the fuss. As Delhi's young men play the only sport that counts here in India, and that's cricket. Did you recognise any of the players?
Yeah, I recognise the Michael. What's the name of this one? This guy? Michael Holter.
And what about Johhnie Walker Singh?
Johhnie Walker Singh is player of badminton. No, sorry, golfer. He's golfer.
Clearly, Poulter and Singh have some work to do before they'll make it as household names in India. Back at the course, a pro-celebrity tournament offers more photo opportunities for the local media, with Bollywood stars adding that extra touch of glamour. And at least inside the confines of the course, Indian players Jyoti Randhawa and Johhnie Walker Singh, the first Indian to qualify for the Masters, get the recognition they deserve for their achievements on the international stage.
Golf is the second sport in our country, I personally believe, and it is the fastest growing sport in our country too today.
One man who's bridged the gap between the two sports is former Indian cricket captain Kapil Dev, who took up golf after retiring from India's favourite sport.
Basically, you have to have a big guys like so many come here to play this tournament. You have the star of the world, definitely. I think Ernie Els was here, Vijay Singh is, a lot of Adam Scott is here, so many other top golfers coming. So I think it really, the entire people coming to know the game quite well. Not as good as cricket, but they are coming close to the golf. So in time to come, if big tournament take place like this, Johhnie Walker, it will be great help to Indian sports or Indian golf.
This year's Johhnie Walker Classic was held at the DLF Golf Club in Gurgaon, an upcoming development on the outskirts of Delhi. The area itself is brimming with luxury apartments and gated communities surrounding the course, a sign of India's booming economy, something golf clubs and unions are hoping to cash in on.
I think the staging of Johhnie Walker 2008 is something of a landmark. It's also, in many senses, the coming of age of Indian golf. It's no longer meant only for retired bureaucrats and politicians to get onto the greens and spend a Sunday afternoon along with gin and vodka or something, and then playing golf. But it's also become a sport which offers you an alternate career as such. People like Jeev and Jyoti have made more than $2 million in their better seasons. There's a fair amount of media coverage, I mean, both in the print and the visual mediums. And the success of Indian golfers in the Asian circuit has also helped a lot. You know, success always creates idols, and when there are idols, there's that many more stars to follow for the youngsters. So in that sense, it has made a place for itself.
Of the 180 or so Indian golfers registered with the Professional Golf Tour of India, just 2, Jyoti Randhawa and Jeev Milkha Singh, are in the top 100 of the world golf rankings. And both believe more can be done to encourage young players to take up the game.
They are doing a lot of things, but I would definitely want the public sectors or the government to get involved and have junior camps, promote golfers, get more golf courses in the country. But what it was 10 years back and what it is now, I think it's a 50% improvement, so that's a lot anyway.
The DLF course is just one of those which was built in that short space of time. When Arnold Palmer designed this course in 1999, it was still for the very few and very privileged. Now it's matured into a venue that's fit enough to host an international tournament. And India's passion for the game is on the rise, with more than 250,000 amateur players across the country. Still, for a country with a population of more than 1 billion, that's a small proportion. And just like everywhere else, there are those who still have some work to do on their game.
Don't worry about that one. That's the good thing about a scramble.
I think just as something to do with friends. Been playing for about 10 years now, so more as a social sport as opposed to a competitive one.
And what do you like about the sport?
For me, it's just about being outside. I mean, other than always stuck in offices and working, it's a good way to just, be outside and walk around, be with friends and just have some fun.
There's no denying that golf in India is on the rise, with so many tournaments highlighting the potential of the game on the subcontinent. And more competitions and courses are on the way.
Well, I think it's very bright. I think what's happened in the last 5 years, if that momentum carries on, we might be at par with Europe, America, so that'll be a day to watch for.
A day that will surely come for both professionals and amateurs, one stroke at a time. Joanna Gasiorowska, Al Jazeera, Delhi.
Now, the Summer Olympics in Beijing will, of course, see many great events, but the men's basketball tournament, well, that promises to be one of the most competitive. World champions Spain and America's NBA stars will be expecting to take medals home, but so too will the reigning Olympic champions. Argentina provided one of the shocks of the Athens Games by winning gold, and as Brendan Connor reports, they're determined to hold on to that Olympic title.
Argentina, the second largest country in South America. Founded by the Spanish, it has been heavily influenced by post-war immigration from various European countries. In the land of the tango, you can hear Italian, German, English, and other languages through the streets of Argentina's capital, Buenos Aires. It is a Latin-flavored melting pot of people, and one of the biggest common denominators here is the love of sport. And what a sporting nation. David Nalbandian in tennis, Davis Cup finalist in 2006. Angel Cabrera in golf, U.S. Open winner 2007. Argentina's rugby team, the Pumas, had a fabulous World Cup in 2007 and returned to adoring fans. And in football, Argentina, of course, is renowned throughout the world as one of the great national sides in the game.
All the other sports together, they're not going to be as popular as soccer.
But what flies under the radar here is basketball. Argentina are the reigning Olympic gold medalists, and they've made the final of the last 2 World Championship tournaments. Yes, Argentina has arrived in a big way in the NBA.
It's a football country, but it happens to appear like 10, 12, 15 really high-level players of basketball, and now it happens to be in the same period of time, so we got a good national team. That's why the NBA take a look on us, and the best leagues in Europe are full of Argentinians.
Manu Ginobili is the best and most successful player.
Whoa, what a pass from Manu Ginobili to Fabricio!
He's won 2 NBA championships with the San Antonio Spurs, and at times it can be debated he is one of the top 5 players in the league, scoring and creating and leading on the court. In 2005, veteran Fabricio Oberto joined Ginobili in San Antonio. A hard-working forward, he complements his countrymen well and is an integral part of San Antonio's high-powered offense.
Oberto. Is it amazing what those two pull off?
After a 10-year professional career in Europe, Luis Scola has also arrived in the NBA and now plays for the Houston Rockets. He brings experience and a good shooting touch and will be important as a substitute now that Chinese center Yao Ming is gone for the season with injury. Joining the Toronto Raptors this season, another of the gold medal men from Argentina. Carlos Delfino is a long-range shooter and scorer for the Toronto team and is a crowd favorite there. These players all shared a magical moment in 2004 in Athens when they defeated first the vaunted American team and then a strong Italian squad in the final to become Olympic champions. Yet they all admit basketball still suffers from a low profile in their home country.
I mean, still Argentina keep being like a big soccer country. It's everybody playing soccer. If you want to watch a TV game on basketball, you're gonna see once a week. With luck, now we can watch more NBA games and trying to learn a little bit and to put more of the basketball a little more closer to the soccer.
For the Argentinian people, they like us playing good here, but they don't care. They want to see us winning the World Championships and the Olympics.
San Antonio was the first team to really scout the Argentine talent and to try to lure top players away from the European pro leagues with offers to play in the NBA. What is it about these guys?
Their system of basketball, they don't stop the ball, they move the ball. And that's one of their strengths. And if you look at the Argentinian players in the NBA, what do? They move the ball, they facilitate, they see the floor, and they play with each other. And that's what makes them so special.
We play for proud of our flag, for proud of being our country, and we enjoy playing with each other. So this is why every summer we're trying to be every time our best shape and trying to be trying to put our flag at the top.
It's just that, of course, it's not normal that we get a group of players as talented and hard workers and with a chemistry like the one we had. That I don't think is going to happen again soon.
While devoted basketball fans in Argentina do follow the exploits of their players in the NBA, it still takes a back seat to other sports. Although Ginobili and company believe that is changing.
There's a misunderstanding on how people think kids play basketball. There are tons of kids that love the game, but at the time of watching TV and being fans, they choose soccer. But we have a lot of kids playing basketball.
I think everybody follows a little bit more year after year about basketball, about the NBA. I think NBA was always very well followed in Argentina. And with Manu on it and all the rest of us, I think it grows up a little bit more.
As the defending Olympic gold medalists from 2004 in Athens, Argentina will be the team to beat in the Olympic basketball tournament this summer in Beijing. But the Argentina players that I talked to say they welcome that opportunity and that responsibility. They say for sports fans back in their country, Olympic success is often more important than any success they can have here in the NBA. Brendan Connor, Al Jazeera, Buenos Aires.
Okay, don't forget to have a look at our website. That's at aljazeera.net/English, where you can get all the latest sports news and find out more about the show. Stay with Sportsworld, because coming up, the unlikely story of rugby's growth in the African country of Ghana.